We're going to look at the Paladin mounts updated. Here we go. Updating the original Paladin mounts. Thank God. I was just listening to that.
I did my duty as a lifelong Paladin and updated the original steeds. Some part of me hopes that one day Blizzard might do the same. But the
yeah, that's always like, it's always funny to me whenever people update shit out of WoW and then it's like better than what Blizzard made. And like, why does Blizzard not just be like, that's a good idea, just put that in the game? You know, send them $1,000. That's it. Like, yeah, why is it so hard?
bigger part of me tells me that they'll just say something like, you already have the Legion class mounts, which is basically telling us we have food at home. So as a low...
Yeah, the Legion class mounts are okay, but the original class, like, mounts, they are iconic. I remember the day, so, like, me and Zach would level up. Like, Zach would wake up earlier. This is like Mikkel Reevy. Zach would wake up earlier, I would stay up later. So, Zach was a paladin, I was a warrior. And I would wake up in the morning, Zach would be a higher level than me. I said, fuck! And so I had to level, I busted my ass to get ahead of him, right? And I would grind all day. And then he would go to bed, I would stay up late, right? And I'd be up late, farming, and then I would go to bed thinking, man, I'm a whole level ahead of him. There's no way he's gonna get me. I wake up in the morning, he's a level ahead of me. I said, fuck! And the whole thing goes over again, right? And I would do this every single day. And one day, he says, come on down to Hillsbrad. I remember it was like in fucking Hillsbrad. I'm like, why? He's like, you'll see. I'm like, okay, whatever. I come down. He's riding the mount. I said, how the fuck did you afford that? How the fuck could you afford a mount? It's 80 gold. He says, oh no, it's 80 silver if you're a paladin. I was so fucking mad, man. Like, I was actually so fucking mad and jealous that he had that, because he was already buying plate armor. You know, he was getting plated up, right? Meanwhile, I'm sitting there with mail armor, and I have to eat across every pull, leveling up my first aid, bandaging myself up. Meanwhile, Zach's AFK, auto-attacking people to death as a paladin. I was furious, man. And so there, I've got some history with this whole paladin mount situation. I remember the original paladin mount all too well.
For mid-tier 3D artist, it came to me to bring justice to these two PlayStation 1 assets.
Yeah.
For my Mechanistriders, I made the models from scratch. For these big lads, I went down a different route, exporting the original models to use as a base and simply updating them.
Okay.
This has the advantage of saving me time getting the basic shape to be there,
right.
Saving me trouble of messing around with reference images. However, WoW is an old game, running on old tech. Working with technical stuff like the rigs carries some challenge with it, and let it be a fun little fact that technical stuff is where I am my purest form of garbage. When having a look at the modeling WoW model viewer, I noticed two things. The textures of the Blood Elf versions are named Warhorse Evil and Warhorse Evil Epic.
Just like I've always said. Just like I've always said, Horde are the bad guys, Alliance are the good guys. It's literally coded into the game.
Which tells you something about where we stand as a culture. The other thing I noticed is that there are two versions of the Argent Warhorse texture. They initially created it and somehow managed to make the actual logo of the Argent Crusade upside down. They then made a copy of the texture,
wait, what?
Literally just named Tourney PvP Warhorse Copy, in which they fixed the upside down logo, after which they proceeded to put the wrong one into the game. These are the same people who...
What? What?
And somehow managed to make the actual logo of the Argent Crusade upside down. They then made a copy of the texture, literally just named Tourney PvP Warhorse Copy, in which they fixed the upside down logo, after which they proceeded to put the wrong one into the game. These are the same people...
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Wow. Man, they're really going all out over there, over in California, huh?
People who made Alduar. After turning the low poly 2004 version into a medium poly 2022 version, a UV mapped the thing. I do not have many fun things to say about this, because it is not a fun process. Not unlike weight painting it, which I'm doing here, which is basically deciding how much each part of the model is affected by each bone in the rig.
Oh, it moves.
So I was close to finishing, manually rigging the reins, torturing my inner child out of existence. A rare event took place. One of my neurons fired, and I discovered the gradient tool, after spending a non-trivial amount of time failing at a task that the gradient tool would accomplish within single-digit seconds. From this point on, this discovery continued to absolutely transform my life for the better, akin to the discovery of opening a banana at the bottom. To start off the texturing process, I decided to first make my horse look like a horse. I want my remake to look consistent with the game. And I want to upload this video before November next year. So I decided to use the textures of the updated in-game horses to go along with this model.
That makes sense.
Because while mount textures are 512 by 512 pixels, I used a combination of AI upscaling and Photoshop magic to create a high-res version of it. I used more Photoshop magic to make it fit my UV maps. The level of challenge of this model was on a completely different scale to my Mechanistrider remake, and texturing it honestly intimidated the fuck out of me. I approached the process a bit more methodically, beginning with basic outlines of the textures. The model has 4 materials: metal, leather, cloth, and horse material. The cloth drapes was a very difficult thing for me. Painting different things requires separate practice. When it comes to cloth, especially wrinkly cloth, I have none.
That's hard,
So this project was a shot in the dark, to say the least. I spent hours upon hours frustrated and annoyed failing at this. Redoing it over and over with a growing concern that I just wasn't ready for it, and I would need to scrap this video after many hours spent. Eventually, I got it to a place I thought was okay-ish, and tapped out. Afterwards, I spent a couple of days obsessively staring at it on my phone as it ate away at my soul. It simply didn't look right.
I think it looks okay.
It didn't feel like the original. The style was off. And rather than doing the smart thing and moving on for the time being, I hopped back on my computer the first chance I got and obsessively continued redoing the cloth until I was starting to feel some resemblance of happiness in my belly. The stroke of good fortune paid off. Having regained my morale, I got the leather parts out of the way.
I like
drawing all the straps and belts and whatnot.
It's got the
figuring it out as I go, whilst keeping some reference at hand in case I needed it. Got that done, moved on to the metal, which was also a reasonably smooth process. I just reapplied a lot of what I learned from my previous video, and got to a result that I'm happy with. For the saddle, I got to apply what I learned from my struggles with the drapes, and seeing this be successful was a great feeling. After many hours and a wide spectrum of brain chemicals, I was finally finished. So now it is my honor to present the mount that made me dislike existing inside my own brain. Get ready for the new and updated Warhorse.
Okay, alright. That's fucking badass. God damn.
One that does have shiny eyeballs, golden plates, and a bunch of horns. Summon Charger. The Charger always looked really unique to me, but upon studying the model, it quickly became clear to me how much it is just a modified warhorse. It has a ton of its own parts, but when you look at them, you can tell that the horns are just reusing the texture of the neck plates. The additional armor reuses parts of the original texture as well. The original still even being there underneath.
I want it. What? I thought it was special. I thought it was... Isn't that obvious? No? I didn't see it. I never saw this.
The reins are just the squished version of the leather belt that goes around the body, and the face drapes are just the body drapes, but small. The only unique texture it has is the feet, which could be retextured because nothing else shares their texture space. Beyond that, it's really just a recolor. To me, this highlights one of the beautiful things about classic WoW.
Yeah, what a surprise. That's Paladin's... That's their pride and joy. Is a fucking recolor. Why am I not surprised?
Tech was not what it is now, and Blizzard's resources weren't either. Many people often say that the purest form of creativity comes from the absence of boundaries. I disagree with that. Personally, I think the pinnacle of creativity is found in creating something cool within the limitations of a designer's given circumstances. Creating something special with limited resources is exactly what makes a developer great, and we all know from the industry that money doesn't magically make up for this talent, or AAA games wouldn't usually suck a fat anus. Just a little thought. Having learned my lessons from my Mechanistrider's remake, I had actually left enough space in the original UV map for the new parts of the Epic version, so that was happy stuff. I also weight painted the new parts. That was not happy stuff. I know I complain too much, but if you complain about that, you'll be a hypocrite. To texture the model, I applied some more lessons learned from my previous project, and re-imported all the layers of the warhorse as 2D images rather than 3D brushstrokes. I changed the colors to match the chargers, and reapplied the same process on the new components, starting again with outlines. I did some basic soft shading, adding in some contrast, trying to make the metal look nice and shiny.
Yeah.
The thing that's fun about painting metal is that you can go quite far with the lights and darks, giving you a great tool to give your piece a certain character. I just love this mount so damn much. I started playing WoW when I was 8 years old, and I remember seeing it for the first time. I wanted it badly.
Yeah.
However, I still lacked the fluid intelligence to figure out how to get it. It didn't help that I didn't speak much English yet. I wanted my
I never got my Whirlwind axe because the list of things that I needed to get, I threw it away. I said, I don't fucking need that. Why I fucking need this gray list? I don't read. I read. I'm a warrior. I kill things. I don't read. Hey, why am I not getting... When does this... So, like, what... So, like, where's my axe? Like, when do I get my axe? Like, what happened? Like, does anybody know where to get the axe? I look it up. It's like a bunch of shit to read. I'm not reading now. Man, fuck the axe. And then, like, 5 minutes later, I'm like, man, I gotta figure out this axe thing. I never got the axe. It never happened.
It never happened. Look like it's actually been used. So I experimented with methods of adding some wear and tear to the metal, focusing on places that would most likely be hitting stuff when the charger, you know, charged. I textured the neck spikes, trying to give them a nice, shiny, pointy look, and give you the impression that it might pierce anyone who dares try out whether it would pierce them. After that, they got to work on the face drapes, and spent some time on some general bits and bobs, until I was of the opinion that it was good enough. Seeing as how much I love this mount, I went and made sure that I put the hours into this. But before I show you how it all turned out, I just want to take a second to thank everyone who subscribed to me after my last video. I had 90 subscribers when it went up, and I was hoping it would get me to the 100 sub milestone. I'm currently about...
He's got 2.3k. If he doesn't have over 5k at the end of this video, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, guys. I'm gonna be fucking mad at you. Everybody go subscribe to this. We want to see more of this shit.
To reach 450. As someone who hopes to build towards a future on YouTube one day, I'm beyond happy to see that people appreciate my content. When I started my channel, I hoped I would get to 1,000 subs in 2022. I'd long given up on that, but after everyone who subscribed to me in the past couple weeks, it's potentially realistic again. So a big thank you to all of you. And as always, subscribe if you haven't, like the video, and leave a comment for the algorithm gods. And with all that said, I'm proud to unveil the iconic steed of the Paladin, the freshly updated charger.
I like it. I fucking like it. God damn. Bro, he's so beefy. He's big. Holy shit. Oh my god! Look at that! It's the that. Oh man, that, like, I did not fucking expect that shit. I did not expect that. Look at this. This is so good. Oh my fucking god, man. Like, why can't Blizzard just put this in the game? Just like do a little copy paste. Just oop. There it is. It's done. It's just real quick, man. Yeah, come on. Like, we gotta see this in the game. Look at this. Like, I really like the original one. I think that there's like a certain part of me that likes the original one the most. Because it's so iconic. It reminds me of Warcraft 3, like the knights in Warcraft 3, man. It's so fucking good, man. And it's like, if I was to go back and like imagine what was the horse, this is what the horse would be, man. God, yeah, like, let us keep both. Yeah, you should be able to have like both versions. Look at this. Oh my god. And then like he does that fucking switcheroo shit. That is fucking badass. This caught me by surprise. I didn't even expect this shit to happen. Imagine 4 mounts being made looking this good in 70 hours. Yep, keep that in mind next time you get another recolored frog. Oh, another frog, huh, Blizzard? Oh, wow. Ain't that something? Let me link you guys this video. This is fucking amazing. I have never seen anything like this. Like, I'm
Using the
sure,
texture of the neck plate.
like, I am sure that it might look easy to do this, but this guy probably might do this as his job. He maybe has like a tremendous amount of experience in it or something like that. So like for him, like he's making something, yeah, it's like a hobby, right? It's something he takes very seriously. I don't know, is McConnell here? Is McConnell, like, do we have the McConnell stamp of approval on this? Does this look good or not? Let me see, what is he around? I don't know. I'm actually kind of curious as our resident paladin. Like, yeah, I don't know. He might probably still asleep, to be honest with you, because he's playing all day. Fuck. Like, yeah, he's not on. He probably still asleep. Not a surprise. Well, anyway, like, I am just so fucking impressed by this. I am so fucking impressed by this. This is incredible. I hope Blizzard, like, I wish every single time somebody would post a really cool, like, thing that they made in WoW, with, like, WoW models, I wish Blizzard would be like, oh, really? Okay, cool. Just treat that like their resume. It looks good? Alright, cool. Come on in. Just do this all day. Do this all day, every week. Come in, you know, pretty much whenever, and, we'll send you some money. Just do that. Please, just fucking do that. I'll be so happy. Like, yeah, for minimum wage. No, it'd be a little bit more than that. That's the thing. I'll sub to him myself right there. There we go. We got to subscribe and we got a +1 on the like thing. This is fucking amazing. Give this guy some support, man. He needs to give these people some inspiration. Yeah, give him a like, give him some support. Look at this. Oh my god. How many subs do you have now? How many of y'all subscribe? Better be at least like, all right, good. That's 500 of you guys. Good. Keep it up. Keep it up, boys. We're going to watch some more of these. Not today. We will watch more of these tomorrow. However, I'm going to watch all of these videos. I'm going to watch every single one of them. I fucking love this shit. This is amazing. Yeah, what's this here? Link again? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, Cyberman. It's almost 1,000 people sub. I hope so. I hope people are as supportive as possible of this stuff. It's incredible. How long did it take him to make this, by the way? What's the time between this and the last video? A month ago? So, like, usually this stuff takes about, like, a month or so of, like, off and on work. Yeah, I mean, yeah, make sure to support this. This is great. 70 hours. It takes 70 fucking hours to do that. God fucking damn. And that probably also, like, whenever you say 70 hours, what that really means is probably 100. Because, like, you have all the time that you, like, it's 70 work hours, but, like, there's also, like, the mental planning and, like, the mental, like, you know, you're having dinner and you're thinking about it, right? Like, that's an hour. You see, so it's important to keep that in mind. Way over a week. Way over a week. Probably, I would say this thing probably took him 3 weeks. It seems like it probably took 3 weeks. That's nuts, man. I love it. Absolutely fucking love it. I'll link it one more again. Link it one more again. There you go. That is so fucking cool.